Oh, boys, it's hot. It is a hot one in this goddamn studio, and I just had to close my blinds. What? I had to close my blinds because we're streaming, and I made the mistake. You know how I spent my pre-stream time? You know what I spent my pre-stream time doing? On this very personal computer, I was playing 007 First Light from the fine folks over at IO Interactive. So I'm using that same computer to heat this room that I am now sitting in. Boys in the chat, how we doing? It's fucking hot. How hot is it right now? It's fucking hot. Oh, well, I'm getting dings. Oh, it's actually cooled down a little bit. Vinny, thank you very much for the sub. 5 months on Prime. Thank you very much. This is the reddest you'll ever see this flex, boys. This is the reddest I will be doing this emote. Fuck, look at that. Thank you very much, Vinny, for the sub. Greatly appreciated. It is just 24 degrees right now in the glorious city of Limerick. So I wore this into the office today. You know what this gear is? Here's some lore. This is like a Dark Souls item description. I got married in this suit, in this shirt, I should say. I'm not wearing a suit. I am not that level of a psychopath. I got married in this, I got married in this outfit. The reason, not this outfit, I'm fucking up this anecdote. I am fucking up this anecdote on one sentence. I can't get this one fucking sentence out of my mouth. I got married in this shirt because me and my wife got married last August. It was extremely hot last August. I don't handle the heat very well, so I'm usually too lazy and not really bothered to go and get weather appropriate clothes. I don't have seasonal clothes. My wife has seasonal clothes. I don't have seasonal clothes. I just have a rotation of outfits. She has seasonal clothes. For the wedding, she's like, it's gonna be fucking hot. You're gonna be in a suit. You're gonna be talking to people all day. You're gonna be nervous. You're gonna be stressed. You're gonna be drinking. You're gonna be dancing. You have to have weather appropriate clothes. So I went and got this lovely linen shirt from River Island, and I wore this under my otherwise still quite heavy suit to get married in, and I have not worn it since, except for today, where it peaked earlier today at 27 godforsaken degrees, okay, and I had to go into the office. So I was like, I need something that is nice and office appropriate, but that is also not super heavy. I don't really dress up for the office necessarily. I just kind of wear my normal clothes, but my normal clothes are all long sleeve black fucking shirts with horror movies printed on them, or a hoodie. I was like, so for the first time in the year, I busted out this shirt, and it is nice and breathable, and now it's my streaming outfit. But fucking, oh my god, no! Don't say that's it. I can't handle that. I can't handle that right now. Now, on the subject, I will say, right, on the subject of cracking open the window, I'm very loud. Even if you guys don't think so, and you probably do, but even though if I might, the average whatever Wednesday stream, you might think to yourself, he's gotten louder. I've heard him louder on a Crash playthrough or something like that. I am very conscious of my neighbors, and in this weather, everyone has their windows open. And I know for a fact when my wife is sitting outside reading a book and I'm in here making noise, she's like, I can hear you in the garden. So I don't want to have the window open and be bellowing and everyone can hear me. And as for the fan, well, there's two issues there. First of all, I don't like that the fan interferes with the audio quality of my broadcast. I put a lot of effort into this, guys. I put a lot of effort into this. But I also, there's only one really good fan in the house, and she has it. So I'm not going to be a dick and go get it. But actually, the wife said she might watch out of fear that I would pass out on this stream. Yeah, just get it. Just get air conditioning. That would be. I don't think I've talked enough on. I don't think I've talked enough on stream about the concept of notions. I'm sure the non-Irish viewers are at least broadly aware of this idea. There's nothing more. If you're an Irishman who has air conditioning in your house, that is the most Celtic Tiger, pre-economic bust. I don't know a soul who has air conditioning. I do not know a soul who has air conditioning. Oh my god. I got my hair cut and I got the beard done last week after the stream, obviously. So that's why. So I could not have lasted with that head of hair I had on this stream, which is why I kind of look like. I think I kind of look like I could be a racist podcaster with this haircut. Especially with this white shirt, I look like I'm in the thumbnail of someone who's like, I destroyed a feminist with logic. But that's not the stream content for tonight. All right, the feminist I booked didn't show up. Oh wait, yes they did. It's me. How about that? But yeah, it's fucking hot. I tell you what I'm not gonna do though. I'm not gonna run the stream and play Bond on the stream, because that would turn this office into an oven. Bond is fucking cool, man. I'm still relatively early in it. I don't know how much of the story this takes up. I assume this is a first act kind of thing. I am still in the training part of the story. But that is more than a mission. That is a sizable chunk of the game, it seems. My Steam counter. Let's see what my Steam counter says. I am 2.5 hours in to this game. I'm just under 3 hours into this game. There will be a piss break on this stream. You're almost certainly correct. Because my water intake generally has been terrible, but in this heat I've been chugging water nonstop. And also I've got a Guinness glass like halfway full with ice. I'm gonna pour this right now. I got these ciders that were in the fridge prior to doing this. So let's pour this out straight away. But yeah, we will not be playing Bond on stream because I feel like this office might explode if I was to do that. As I've said before, this is also the room where I do my 9-to-5 job, and I have my Plex server running out of this room. So no, not Grifflad. No, don't clip that. Oh god, that's refreshing. Oh god, I never drink this much ice in a drink. Even in a cider, I don't usually put this much ice in, but I just need it at all times. Oh, look how fuck me, dude. Look how fucking red I am. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Oh god. It's funny because this is the most Irish thing ever, because it has been a miserable fucking year weather-wise in this country. It has been, and I know that's stereotypically what the Irish weather is, it has been fucking awful. It has been so great, it has been so wet, and sure enough, the sun comes, and we're giving out. I'm actually trying to do that less. I'm going to do it now on stream, because this room in particular is really hot. But I've been out in the sun, I went and got ice creams, me and the wife, we had beer garden pints, you know, we're I'm trying to actually go out and enjoy some of the sun to a certain degree. I'm not going to be a sun Grinch. Oh my god. Right, let me get these headphones on. I've deliberately not been putting them. I don't really need these headphones just yet because, you know, we've got, you know, it's another loosey goosey. Whatever Wednesday, guys. It's the last Whatever Wednesday of the season. Every time we do Whatever Wednesday and then it comes time to do something else on the schedule, I get a little bit disappointed because I just like being able to log on and just shoot the shit and just chat and just do whatever we feel like. Although, like, I could not be more excited about the June lineup, but I do like being able to just log on and just do whatever. So it's the last one of the season. Oh, sorry, that was gross. I got an ice chip. I'm sorry. That was really gross. I just backwashed my drink on stream. Right as Garrett subscribed. Garrett endorsing the backwash of the cider on the stream. 56 goddamn months of support. And that's how I repay Garrett. By doing that when he pops in the chat. Oh, that was bad. Thank you very much for the sub. 56 goddamn months of a sub. My God. My God. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We do have a great lineup for June as I try and regain my composure. If you haven't seen it on the Discord, we are doing all the major Keeley streams. PlayStation, Xbox, Gears of War, and the main stage Keeley thing itself. Okay? Where he's going to announce the $1,500 Steam machine. We're also bringing back, sad to see Whatever Wednesday go, but we're bringing back movie night. We have got an absurd lineup of movies for movie night. That's going to be our new Wednesday stream. We're going to be doing a Minecraft movie. We're going to be doing, I think, our first sequel with Blood Rain 2. Please get excited. We're going to be doing Wing Commander from 1999. and we're going to be doing Uncharted slash. We might do Mortal Kombat 2 instead of Uncharted. We might do Uncharted 2 instead of Mortal Kombat. No, wait, this heat is fucking me up. God damn. We might do Mortal Kombat 2 instead of Uncharted. I don't really want to be advertising that we're going to watch Mortal Kombat 2 on stream. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to bring Warner Brothers on me or Paramount or whoever owns it by the time we get around to watching it. But we might sub Uncharted out for that. I've also already seen Uncharted, but that is the movie lineup for the month of June. And then on Thursdays, we are starting. I'm jumping straight back into the deep end. We are jumping back into another 100% run Crash Bandicoot 2, which has twice as many achievements as the first game, by the way. It has twice as many achievements because that is also the game where they introduced time trials. So we're actually going to, that's one of the things I've got lined up for. We're going to take a look at that achievement list and get a little feel for where we're going on that stream. Although it's a fairly straightforward achievement list, but we'll take a look at that in a couple of minutes. So that is June, and that first week of June is one of my. I'm streaming almost every single night the first week of June. Okay, the PlayStation thing is on Tuesday. The Minecraft movie watch along is on Wednesday. Crash 2 starts on Thursday. Friday is the Keighley main stage thing. Sunday is the Xbox thing. So Monday and Saturday are your only Barryless days. Tell the wife to get out of there. Sorry, I'm spending the week with twitch.tv/Barrylad, all right? Every single day, non-fucking stop. And on the days where he's not live, I'm just going to pull up the YouTube and just watch a random old video of his, okay? Because that's what we're doing. So we are going hell for leather next week. I always love E3/Summer Games Fest week, especially since I started streaming, because you either get a load of cool stuff to be excited about, or you get a load of shite. And it's fun either way. And sometimes you get both. You often get both. You usually get both, right? It truly, E3 is back, but only on this Twitch. I'm the only person watching the Keeleys on Twitch, by the way. I don't know if anyone heard that. So you have to come here if you want to watch it. Me and Jeff sorted the thing out. I don't really want to talk about it. Sorted something out. He's a good dude. So you're also not allowed to slag him in the chat because of that, but you know, there will be some new folks in the chat. You all have to be nice as well. Please, you know, be normal, and all this other stuff. You know what? Before we jump into Crash, and before we jump into there was something Summer Games Fest related I wanted to do. Oh, there was an article in the Discord I wanted to read. Let's do Gamedle. Again, we've been doing Gamedle the last couple of weeks, and I'm having a blast with it. So let's do it again this week. I'm using a new browser, by the way, boys. Extremely exciting. I'm using Brave. I finally heeded the 10,000 calls everyone makes every week about how, you know, Google is evil and you shouldn't use Chrome. I'm using Brave. I can't really get on board with Firefox. You know what I mean? But everyone's just kind of like, that is probably the best one you should use. Although whenever you read a thread, right, on like Reddit about what's the best browser, there's people say Brave, right? Firefox with a bunch of add-ons for privacy purposes, and then there's always some freak talking about some shit you've never heard of enough. Probably the type of guy who's also like, whenever you're talking about a PC gaming problem, he's like, have you tried Linux? There's always some guy going, oh, dude, the best browser. You're not on Blorco. I installed the Blorco browser on my CatchyOS box. Okay, which is also my NAS. Okay, I pulled it out of my NAS. Shut up. Is Brave cancelled? Oh fuck! I went from one cancelled browser to a next. Well, I mean, the one thing I will say is, much like switching your phone provider, switching your browsers is like fairly painless these days. Because in my experience, they all just, when you install them and you open them for the first time, they're like, hey, which browser do you want to import from? Where do you want to import from? And you click Chrome and it takes 2 seconds and it's got your history and your bookmarks and your settings transferred over. And I am a sicko who has an external password manager as well. I don't use the built-in ones on the browser. I use Proton, so it is relatively painless to switch. See, I use Edge at work on my work PC, and you know what? This might be a petty thing, but I just cannot tolerate the garbage news articles they serve you when you open a new tab. I just can't. I can't. I cannot sanction that. I cannot. Um. Also, I kind of feel like I'm making all these tiny steps to like de-algorithm and de-Google my life. I'm still a YouTube Premium subscriber, so I'm not trying to come off as any kind of fucking look at how great I am, because I still pay Google for a thing most people do. Most people would rather die than pay for YouTube Premium. I would rather die than give it up. But I'm trying to take these little incremental steps, and I'm like, right, let's get rid of Chrome. But, you know, what are you going to do? Well, I say let's get rid of Chrome. It's just on this PC. I still have it on everything else. But again, I'm trying to find the browser I like, and then I'll go about setting it on everything else, you know. But if I'm trying to de-algo my life and de-shitty corporation my life in these tiny little ways, and they are small, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to go from Chrome to Edge, you know. Dave, YouTube Premium is absolutely worth it. Joking aside, I've had YouTube Premium for, I think, the bones of a decade at this stage, if not longer. And I've seen a lot of people saying this lately. Those of you who've been a friend of mine or followed me on socials longer, you know I've been saying it before it was cool. I was saying that is the greatest subscription. I will never cancel that subscription. I will never cancel that subscription. Ever, 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 ever. If they doubled the price tomorrow, okay, you got me. You got me. I'm not canceling it, so you got me. You got me over a fucking barrel here. It is the best subscription possible. You will never find me saying, guys, what's the latest add-on for Chrome you need to get around it? Because YouTube's figured out a way. It does. I have my ad blocker. It just doesn't work. It won't load. I have to turn off the ad blocker. Okay, now that works. No, now that one doesn't work. Okay, but what do I need to do to get it to play on my smart TV without ads? Because obviously I can't put an ad blocker on my smart TV. Oh, set up a pie hole? That's how you get around smart TV ads on YouTube? Oh, I'll set up a pie hole. I'll pay for a DNS. No. Fuck that. YouTube Premium, right? Because YouTube Premium also, like, eliminates the need to, like, go to like, shitty third-party sources to download YouTube videos. So if I'm going on a train journey, I just go into the YouTube app, and I just press download within the YouTube app, and I watch whatever's in my YouTube queue on the plane, just right there, in good quality on the app. No ads, downloading, and I don't use this a ton, but I do use it every now and then. YouTube Music is included in that, and I cancel Spotify and I canceled Apple. So I don't really have... I say I don't have any music subs, but my de facto one is YouTube Music when I want to listen to something, you know. I mean, to be honest, I also have, Garrett, that mindset as well. It's more so, you know, if I can make these little changes here and there, I will. But I up until very recently, I also had that mindset of, you know, ads on videos that are like, oh, you know, you should contact this person to see if you can get your data removed from these brokers, you know, listings. I'm like, I don't care. I've been online too long. It's out there. Whatever, you know. You know, I did kind of have that kind of whatever gesture about it. A lot of these changes I'm making are you know, privacy is a little bit of a factor, but a lot of it is also just like money, performance, you know, things like that. Like, you know, so it's not just for I gotta reclaim my data. It's like, I think that ship has sailed for most of us. I would say that. But yeah, YouTube Premium, you will never, if I'm asking, you know, it's the ease of never thinking about an ad ever again, ever, on any device, every single device, your PlayStation, your Chromecast, your phone, your tablet, you know. And again, I was referencing the Linux / posh browser you've never heard of people. The same people who whenever you see a complaint about YouTube ads, someone's like, you don't run your own private DNS in the house with a block list for ads? No, mate. No, I don't. I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay? Give me a fucking break. I bought an MP3 player recently. I think I talked about this on stream. And I filled it up, and I do use it every now and then. But I think part of the reason why I was happy to cancel all my music subs is I'm just not a big music guy in general. I love a bit of music, but I'm not listening to the latest and greatest. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's play a bit of that's Barry's take on the tech world. Let's play some Gamble. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Is it this? No, see, I don't know all the brave shortcuts yet. All right, there we go. Honestly, I'm certain maybe 10 years ago, Jim Johnson probably was in the early days of Spotify. He was probably in my Spotify rap. Alrighty, let's do Gamble here. This is the F-Zero GX. Is it GX or X? GX! Got it in one, boys! Got it in one. That was an average of 3 guesses? Hell yeah, dude. I would think that's kind of easy, to be fair. I'm not going to big myself up too much. Artwork. This could be something Soulsy, but I'm going to go Black Myth Wukong. I guess that is Soulsy, isn't it? A game I've still not played. I swear I didn't pre-look at this. I swear I did not pre-look at this. I've never played... I have not played... I also haven't played 1 second of F-Zero GX. I'm possibly just too online, and I know... I recognize art from games I've never played. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, I don't know who this is. This looks like... the art style just kind of looked like Black Myth Wukong. It looked something Soulsy, and I'll be honest, there was Chinese text along the bottom, which pushed me in the direction of Wukong. Okay, I don't think this is right because I don't know enough about this character. I have never played this game ever. I only know about this character mainly because he's in Smash Brothers. Okay, is this Joker from Persona? No. Okay, so okay, okay. Absolutely no clue who this is. What franchise even is this from? It's not anyone from Persona either. I have no fucking clue who this is. Give me another hint. Oh, is this a bad guy from Hi-Fi Rush? I have no clue what that fucking guy is called. I think he's from Hi-Fi Rush. I couldn't even tell you what the main cunt's name from Hi-Fi Rush is. I might be completely wrong on Hi-Fi Rush. I think this outfit and these logos, I think they look like Hi-Fi Rush. Search by game enabled. I don't know his name, so I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it is. It is. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Hi-Fi Rush. Chai. Peppermint. Kale Vandelay. I've no fucking clue what that prick's name is, and I think that game is awesome. I think that game is awesome, and I have no fucking clue. I don't even really remember who he is, to be honest. I assume he was a bad guy. That game is cool, though. That game is cool. Hiding Memory sequel. Alan Wake 2? Mementos Fragments Snowstorm. This took average 4 attempts. Beyond Two Souls. Good guess from Vinny there. No. No combat. Raw Shocks. Frozen Fahrenheit? No, Fahrenheit has combat. Is there an icy Silent Hill? Oh, Silent Hill Shattered Memories? Yeah. Another game I have not played. Another game we will probably get to at some point on this channel. I will have to do Silent Hill 3 first. Stop yelling at me. I will do Silent Hill 3 at some point. But I know other than the original 4, I know this is the one people like. People like this one and are like, this is the one actually worth trying. I believe. A PS2, Wii, and PSP game. from 2009. Alrighty, this is your Wordle style, just stab in the dark. My tactic the last couple of weeks has been start middle of the 2000s and go with something exclusive to one console. Let's go Gears of War would be on PC. Let's go. I think we did this last week, but fuck it, I'll do it again. Let's go Infamous 2. It is not on PS3 at all. It is newer than 2011. It is an exclusively single-player game. It is not third person. It is not... Hang on, my big fat head. Hang on. Whoopsie. I might support GameNull, but not right now. This took 6 attempts, generally. Okay. Oh, God, that's good. Okay. It is a single-player game that is not in first person. It is not published by Sony, which is good. It is not on the PS3 at all. Some of these elements are accurate, but we don't know which. It's a shooter, platformer, adventure, RPG. Okay, these are the elements of every fucking video game. Okay, let's go 20. Let's go 2020. Let's go Hades 2. No, let's go Hades. No, Hades. Hades 1. Isometric game on a bunch of modern consoles. Okay. So, okay. 2020. What a fucking stab 2020 is. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay. A single player from 2020 that is not isometric or third person. It is on some of these consoles, or potentially all of them and more, but realistically, it's just on some of them. First-person games from the year 2020. COVID, FPS. Doom Eternal? That had multiplayer, didn't it? That had multiplayer. Those with the Dark Ages was the first one where they were like, all right, let's stop bothering with that. The first two, they were like, yeah, man, fuck yeah. So again, because single player is 100% green, that means there's no other modes. I believe Link to the Cast Game of the Year winner Paradise Killer came out in 2020, was exclusively single player, and was in first person. I don't think that... I would be stunned if that's the answer, but... And I'm certain it came out that year because it beat Hades and Last of Us 2 for Game of the Year. Take it up with them. Fuck. Wait, hang on. It is not... Wait, what? Okay, it is not first person, isometric, or third person. That would make it a side scroller? Yeah, me and Mitch, yeah. A single player side scroller from 2020. So that the consoles make sense, obviously. Okay, what are the things? Okay, so a fantasy side scroller. Because so open world, fantasy, and mystery are the themes. Okay, I do this every single time we play this game. Mystery and fantasy are themes. Fine. Open world is a genre. I hate that you have open world in genre, or that you don't have open world in genre, excuse me. Puzzle, adventure, visual novel, indie. Fine, all genres, but open world is also a genre. Open world is not a theme. I was about to say I sound like Jeff Gersman. I just got listening to the Patreon podcast episode Jeff did, getting so into the weeds on Steam tags for genres. It was great audio if you're a loser, which I am. That pisses me off. Anyway, So it's because so we've got something here is correct and something here is correct. It's possible it is a fantasy roguelike. Roguelike side scroller from 2020. I suppose we don't know it's roguelike, actually, to be fair. Was Blasphemous 1? Was Blasphemous 1 a 2020 game? I don't think so. I don't think that's right. Man. I'm just trying to think of side scroll. Was that Ninja Turtles game? That was a side scroller, wasn't it? And that was 2020. Teenage. What is it? Shredder's Revenge. Oh, I was way off on the year. Oh my. Oh, and that has multiplayer, Barry. Oh, fucking idiot. Oh my god. Terrible, 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 terrible. Okay, okay. Some things learned. Some things learned. Okay. It is a side view game. It is a 2D game. Side scrolling. These are all completely incorrect. It is not a hack and slash. It is not an indie game. And it is not an arcade game. Again, in the themes field, we know that action is correct because action has shown up multiple times here and is in yellow. A side-scrolling action game that doesn't have multiplayer that came out in 2020 that is not an indie game. That rules out like Blasphemous. That rules out Super Meat Boy Forever. That which again we're going by. I think this is pulling from the Internet Games Database, so it is a little bit arbitrary what they make of certain things, but they would consider that indie, right? I mean, Team Meat are independent, aren't they? I'm fairly sure. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Again, I hate these arguments about what's indie and what's not, but this is hard. Nintendo game. Was Metroid Dread? Was Metroid Dread 2020? No shit. Fuck, this is hard. Okay, so it's not a Nintendo game, or it's not a Nintendo first party game, it's not a Sony first party game. It could be on those systems, but it's not first party. An exclusively single player side scrolling game. That is the Bully song. I added a number of the Bully songs to the soundtrack once we finished it. Doodle doodle doo doo doo. There's a really good chance I talked about this game extensively, talked about it on Link to the Cast. Fuck. Side scrollers from 2020. Ori, very good, Mitch. Very good. Yes, I played that. That was one of the games I played at launch when I got the Series S. Will of the Wisps is the second one. That would have been 2020. Because that's owned by. If they call that indie, I'm gonna get very upset. I think you might be right on this one. Well done, Mitch. Well done. Well done. Well done. So what do they consider the genres of that game? Puzzle, platform, and adventure. This is arbitrary nerd shit, but would you not consider that combat like beat 'em up, hack and slash? It's a side scroller where you press a button to attack. Am I splitting hair? Yes, I am splitting hairs, but I still right. I think that's a reasonable enough thing, but you know what's funny is that I've played that game, I beat that game. That game is awesome. I 100% we did talk about that on Link to the Cast on that year's Game of the Year, because that was one of the best games of that year. If I sat here for another 3 hours, I wouldn't have gotten that. I was completely blanking on that game. It's a good one though. It is a good one. Thank you, Mitch and Vinny for coming in clutch there. That's game though. I'm glad we started doing that again. I'm glad that site's still going. It's still a lot of fun. All right, another thing I wanted to do was let's take a look in preparation for next week. Let's take a look at Crash 2's stat. Take a look at what we're dealing with here. Crash Bandicoot 1, which we've mastered, by the way, has 46 achievements. Does that mean 460 people have mastered it? Crash Bandicoot 2 has 80. So almost double. But in a reassuring sign, 852 people have mastered it. So twice as many as Crash 1. Now, I think this playthrough is going to be interesting because I think elements of it are going to be more frustrating. As I mentioned earlier, they introduced time trials during this game. All of those time trials have a trophy. I know that from looking at this list. So we're definitely going to have to do every level possibly 3 times if I don't get all the boxes on the first try. So that's going to be frustrating, but I think it's worth noting that it's generally accepted, and this is my experience as well playing this game in the past, that 1 is the hardest game until 4. 4 is then the hardest. But of the original trilogy, 1 kind of has stupid bullshit physics and stupid bullshit logic and is really insane. And then 2 and 3 have challenges, but are like normal games made by normal people. You know what I mean? And I think even people in Naughty Dog have talked about that, how they kind of like... a lot of them don't really stand over some of the bullshit in Crash 1. They're kind of like, yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, it was kind of fucking stupid, some of that shit. So, let's just look at our missables here. I think these are fairly straightforward. Break all 10 crates and beat the intro level. Alrighty, so like 35% of people who've played this game have gotten that one, so that's kind of easy. Ignore Cortex's request to collect crystals for him 3 times. I was reading about this one. These are worth absolutely nothing. Oh my god. Basically what this involves is beating a level, but don't get the crystal at the end. And if you leave the level without collecting the crystal, Cortex goes, Crash, why are you doing that? Go get the crystal. If you do that 3 times in a row, that's what triggers this achievement. So that would be kind of boring, but I guess we'll just like do, someone in the comments recommended just once you've finished the game, start a new save and just do level 1 3 times quickly without getting the crystal, and then you get this achievement. Collect the ruby from Snow-Go without using the secret entrance. I don't know where the ruby is. I don't know where the secret entrance is. This one is one to watch out for. We might fuck ourselves on this one. Rust on a 60 stream streak. Oh my goodness, Rust. Thank you very much, brother, for stopping by. Okay, so this is one here where we've got people talking about how annoying it is. Okay. Definitely doable on the US version. I recommend using R1 instead of circle for doing the slide slam part of it. Much more comfortable that way. After watching the featured video and timing the buttons like described, I did... Oh my god, dude. I have not read this before. I'm actually amazed how simple that was. Okay, good. Okay. Am I misunderstanding something, or does Crash not do the slam at all? Okay, I don't need to... Okay. Basically, you must press jump and spin simultaneously. I believe the jump input can be 1 or 2... Don't start talking to me about frame data, brother. When someone gives you a tip like this saying the jump input can be 1 or 2 frames earlier, yeah, brother, there are 60 of those in a second. You're explaining something to me in terms of 60ths of a second. I can't make that distinction. What are you talking about? I believe the jumping I believe the jump input can be 1 or 2 frames earlier. No more than that. Just practice jumping straight up. If you get the command right, Crash should jump. The Crash jump should come out higher. Okay, it seems like people are like, once you get this trick down, it's fine. In case it saves anyone some time, the goal is not to jump off the jump box. It's just to get a little extra height by standing on it. Slide off and spin jump without triggering the jump box, and then slam at the top of the jump. I recorded a video. Okay. Christ, that's loud. Oh, okay, okay, I see. It's one of those things where you're supposed to go the whole way around the level and then drop through a secret entrance to go. Yeah, okay. Okay. This dude's doing this on his phone, by the way. He's doing it on a touchscreen. If this dude can do this on a touchscreen, I can do it on a controller. This looks like the most annoying bullshit in the fucking world, dude. Oh my god, this looks like the most annoying bullshit in the world. I can't believe how annoying this looks. Oh my god. This looks so fucking annoying. How did the dude who designed this achievement set figure this out? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. How long is this video? This video is 3 minutes long. Okay, hang on. Oh wait, then he just finishes the level. Okay, wait. When did you get the fucking shit, dude? What? This dude just recorded the whole level. I love Crash Bandicoot, dude. Okay. Okay. So it's slide off, jump and spin in quick succession, 2 frames late at most, and then do the body slam. And I know from playing these games over the years that when you do the body slam move, that gets Crash a little bit of extra elevation, like a couple of extra pixels of height. Okay. That looks annoying, but we can do that. We can do that. Okay. So those are the 3 missables. And other than that, okay, obtain the sapphire, break every box. So yeah, so for those of you who were joining us for the first playthrough, every level has obtained the sapphire, which is wait, that's finished the level, right? I think so. Oh, that's just okay. They don't. Okay, so maybe they don't have a. They might not have an achievement for beating every level. Maybe just the first one. But basically, just like Crash 1, there are achievements for breaking every box in such and such a level without dying. Right. In some cases, that's going to be doable on a first playthrough. I'm not, the general rule of thumb for Crash 1 was we was perfectly happy to look up guides, but I wasn't going to have a guide open while I was doing it, right? So if they hide boxes in some bullshit location behind some scenery, I'm not going to know that, right? And I think on Crash 1, I gave myself a couple of tries. I was kind of like, I beat the level once, I beat it the proper way, and then I went through and tried to get all the boxes without dying, and I just got to the end a couple of times, and I was like, okay, I have to look up where they are. So the way we're going to do it is I'm going to try, obviously, and do this every single time, but at a certain point, we just have to progress through the game. And once we beat the game, pretty much what I did in Crash 1 was I then just went back to the very start of the game and went through again, getting all the boxes. And the reason they specify without dying is because basically you can only do this, no checkpointing, basically, is what this basically means. So if you die, that means exit the level and go back in, because dying will reset your progress, and then do the time trial for every level. I've heard these fucking suck. In all my years playing these Crash games, even as a kid, I don't think I ever really bothered with the time trials. So I'm not very experienced in them. So that is a little concerning. We do have some optional boss trophies. Defeat Ripperoo and then defeat Ripperoo without jumping. These were all really fucking annoying in Crash 1. They're doable, but they're fucking annoying. What other ones we got for the boss? Defeat the Komodo brothers. Defeat the Komodo brothers without jumping or spinning. Again, that sounds impossible, but from the first game, there's like a trick to doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not... it's not asking you to be a video game speedrunner. It's like there's a thing you can do in the game to do that. Defeat Tiny Tiger, and he doesn't have an optional one. Okay. Alrighty. Defeat the final boss. Okay. And then view the secret ending, which I think you get for 100%ing the game. So we'll come across that naturally. That's Crash Bandicoot next Thursday. Very excited about that. I don't know how excited I will be in real time. But we will see. Sorry, I just loaded up the Discord to grab a link from that I posted on there earlier in the week. And sorry, I didn't realize all you lads were all talking about the Steam Deck. I know. God damn, dude. Look at how they massacred my boy. No. Oh my God. Look at how they massacred my boy. You used to be able to get one of these sumbitches for like 350 quid. And it's a fucking handheld device that can run fucking Control, GTA 5, and Hitman World of Assassination, and it can emulate every fucking system under the sun, including Switch. And some people, not this guy, were fucking scoffing at it because it's technically a PC, so the PC snobs were not impressed with it. And I've been calling it one of the best tech purchases I've ever made in my life, one of the best gaming purchases I've ever made in my life. And you used to be able to get it for fucking nothing. For as low as, depending on what sales you looked during, and if you're willing to go refurbished, you could get a Steam Deck back in the day for the price of a fucking Switch Lite. Yeah, sorry, Dave. I didn't even notice this until right now. They are now selling models without a plug, basically. So we're doing this fucking thing now where it's like, well, how much are they taking off? How much are they taking off? One terabyte OLED is $679. Wait, what? There's no discount. Or I guess it's just optional. I guess if they're just like, wait, what? I don't understand that. What? Am I missing something? Are they just like, look, if you have, some people have a million plugs, which to be fair, I do, but why would you not? Oh, are these refurbs? Is that maybe why? Oh, they maybe got some back without the PSU, but you're not going to throw... You can't take 10 quid off the price for that, Valve? Fuck me, dude. Oh, my God. 45%. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean, the main thing, yeah, as everyone in the Discord's chatting about, the main thing that I think everyone's thought went straight to the Steam machine. Everyone just went straight to the Steam machine, and rightly so, because I think that's the thing people really care about. I was texting the link to the Cast Boys about this before the show started, and I was just like... I was preparing myself to pay more than I probably should for the Steam machine, right? I love the Steam Deck. I've built myself a nice little Steam library. I'm all in on PC gaming. I would like a PC gaming box that fits under my TV with SteamOS, which I really like. I was like, I'll pay more than I should. I might grumble about it, but when this thing was first rumored and some YouTubers thought that they were able to convince themselves it would be 500 quid, I was like, amazing. Then when the Rampocalypse happened and it was like, it's not going to be 500 quid, I was like, okay. Maybe it's a little bit of an indulgence, but I really want it. So I'll be bold and I'll treat myself 700 quid for a Steam box. It's too much, but I'll pay it. I think this is getting out of little treat territory. If as most people, I mean, you have to imagine you're talking north of $1,000 for the 512 model, right? I just, maybe they'll scrape and they'll crawl to under $1,000 because they're just like, for less than a terabyte of storage, we have to go less than $1,000. We just have to. But who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? I mean, if you're selling a 512 Steam Deck for 789 quid, dude, and the Steam machine is, It is not the most powerful thing you will ever own, but it's more powerful than a fucking Steam Deck. It's significantly more powerful than a Steam Deck. Yeah, I actually like that plan. I will go splitsies. I'll go splitsies with you for a Steam machine. Man. Oh my god. And the talk, even before the Rampocalypse, but it became more relevant as the RAM shit came about. It seems like they are not doing this thing where they're going to subsidize the cost of it, like most console well, these days they don't fucking seem to, but like console manufacturers famously used to do, right? You sell the N64 at a slightly lower cost than what you probably would like to sell it for, because if the average person who buys it, if there's an attach rate of, let's say, 3 games per person, because attach rates are actually famously quite low, but at a certain point, if they buy 3 games on it, you make your money back per person, shit like that, right? And that's obviously a massive thing in the digital age. PlayStation, Xbox, Switch as well to a certain extent. You sell these things at a little bit of a loss, you make that money back on your digital sales. Jenda, how you doing? But it seems like it seems like that is not. Oh, we got someone selling AI viewers in the chat, and a little thing popping up on the stream chat from Twitch saying possible ban evader monitoring. Can you do something other than monitor Twitch? Can we do that? Can we do something other than monitor these fucking robots? Get out of here. AI loves monitoring. Yeah. But anyway, it seemed like Valve are not going to subsidize the cost of this, because at the end of the day, this is not a console, it is a PC. And so if you say, hey, we're selling a PC with 16 gigs of RAM in it and a really good graphics card, and yeah, we're eating a loss, but we'll sell it at 500 quid. It'll be gobbled up by either offices or data centers, or like non-gamers will absolutely snap up your stock, and they won't even scalp it. They'll keep it. They'll snap it up for corporate reasons. And Valve will never see a game sale out of it. So it kind of has to be a box they can make a teeny bit of money on. They can't sell it at like sub-market price, because it'll then just disappear and no one will actually get one. It's just, everything fucking sucks. Everything fucking sucks. Yeah, but realistically, people are buying Steam games on it. But this is the but people could buy them up to do something else. It's a computer. It's a computer. I know people want to buy Steam games. I'm saying, like, you could have corporate interests, data centers, whatever the fuck. I saw people even speculating on like, offices. Like, a PC as powerful as, which again, it's a PC. Some companies would be happy to use Linux, but you can also just put Windows on it. A PC with the spec of the Steam machine in 2026/7, and Valve goes, yeah, we're not going to make any money of this, but we'll call it 400 quid and we'll make our money back on games. People other than gamers will look at that and say, you're manufacturing this type of console and I can buy it for 400 quid. It's they're gonna gobble those up, I visited the bot site. Buying Twitch followers is not illegal, but make sure you buy real Twitch. What? Oh my god. I remember the Ouya. I saw an Ouya in a charity shop once. And it's just, it boggled my mind, because I was just kind of like, for some reason I just couldn't fathom someone buying it even then to turn. But I mean, look, people buy all kinds of crap. I mean, have you all seen that thing that a lot of YouTubers have made videos about at this stage? A lot of them, because everyone got in on the headline that it was outselling the Xbox. Have you seen that little, like, it's basically a little Kinect made by a third party. It's like it's almost like an iToy. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a 200 quid Android based webcam, and you plug it up to your TV, and it has a subscription model, and it has a bunch of licensed games on it. Like, it has a bunch of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, SpongeBob, fucking, and they're like old Kinect games. They're like you wave your hand and you play Fruit Ninja on it and stuff like that. And last Christmas, it was like rocketing up the charts on like websites like Best Buy and stuff in the States. So maybe the Ouya was a little bit ahead of its time, you know. Unironically, I do kind of think something like the Ouya could have worked. But I think they went into it with the wrong mindset, and it was too early. It was too early in Android gaming. The funny thing is, I mean, I was about to say someone could do this. People are doing it. All these little handhelds that I have multiple of, and a bunch of other people. These are all basically what the Ouya was. They are little boxes running Android, but people aren't using them to play Fruit Ninja. They're using them to emulate old games. But these days, I think we talked about this recently on stream. At a certain point, someone might say, "I'm going to release an Android box that you can emulate with," but PC emulation is you know, I'm talking about 5 years in the future. Like, PC emulation on Android is pretty good now. You know what I mean? In 5 years' time, I wouldn't be stunned if like a reputable company sells an Android box as a PC. You know what I mean? But we're kind of going off the deep end here. Mobile phone gaming still sucks ass, yes. I have looked into it a lot since I got the Thor, because the Thor is awesome. And it's Android based, so I'm like, well, it's a very powerful Android handheld. So I installed like Red Dead Redemption, right? Because that got an Android port, and it's awesome. It's way better than emulating it. It's way better than like emulating the Steam version or the Switch version. So I have like native Red Dead Redemption on it. It's very cool. And like, so yeah, this thing can play powerful Android games. What's out there? And I took a look. Fucking nothing, it turns out. I don't give a fuck about I constantly forget. What's the open world Genshin Impact? I don't give a fuck about that. I never will. It'll never be my type of game. I don't give a fuck about card games. Okay? I don't give a fuck about any kind of gambling game. They recently released a version of The Division for phones. And I was like, okay, people seem excited. People who give a shit about phone gaming seem interested in this. I installed it. I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm like, this is just a bad version of a console game. We're still doing this. We're still doing this thing of we're going to put a console game out on phones, and if you have a powerful phone, it'll kind of look like the console. Except it doesn't. It looks bad. It runs bad. It plays bad. It is bad. You know, it's terrible. The only good games on Android are when people like Netflix port pre-existing console games to Android or iOS. That's all. That's the only interesting game. There is no interesting stuff being made for phones anymore. Do you know what I mean? Games that are made for phones suck ass across the board. The good ones you're thinking of are exceptions that prove the rule. Everything. So I have a couple of games installed on my Thor, like native Android games. They're all ports of stuff you've played on other systems. It's Dead Cells. It's This War of Mine. It's Red Dead. It's Papers, Please. It's I recently bought Sea of Stars, by the way. I'm not a big JRPG guy, but like it has an Android port, and the Android port is like £7. So I was like, I'll just do that again. A game you've played on other systems. Yeah, it's dreck. It's absolute dreck. And even when it comes to playing the GTAs on the Thor, I choose to emulate the PS2 versions because it has all the songs. The Android versions are the definitive edition. They have all the failings of that. They have missing music and so on and so forth. So you know, it's a pretty sad state of affairs. I had a couple of things I wanted to get. What did I boot up the Discord for? Oh yeah, this article actually I wanted to take a look at. I saw this shared on B-Sky. So let me just take a look at it here. This is over on. This is at RaiderKing.com. Someone shared this on my Blue Sky feed. I don't remember who. And it's basically every cancelled game from the Game Awards as we get ready to go into the Summer Game Fest, the Keeleys. You know, so we had this week. Obviously, there was the Gang of Dragon game was getting its funding pulled. We had High Guard earlier this year, obviously, which was very infamous. And so I want to take a look at some of this, and we're gonna do a little bit of Remember When, and I think this will be a very fun Remember When. So starting off at 2016, was this the first one post Spike? There were only 18 trailers interrupting the show. Excellent. Okay. Dauntless. I have no recollection of Dauntless. 2 examples of games shown during the show that can no longer be played. The first 2 of these games was Dauntless, which released in 2018 and eventually got shut down in... Okay, but that's a 7-year run. By modern fucking High Guard standards, that is actually kind of... don't get me wrong, it's bad, but the fact that it got 7 years is kind of fucking crazy. There was another one we just talked last week. Quantic Dream. Quantic Dream had a game that released apparently in February and is now offline. The other game, however, was not so lucky. Lawbreakers, dude! Oh my god. Was an FPS released in August 2017 that was shut down in September 2018, barely a year after release. This tragic example of a game barely getting to live for never being playable again is only a sign of things to come. Before the likes of High Guard these days, I remember Lawbreakers was one of the early examples of oh, this is kind of remarkable. Like, look at how short-lived this was. I mean, coming out in August 2017 and being gone by the following September. I mean, barely managing to stay alive a year was pretty miserable back then. Now, a year sees 5 of these games come and go in a 6-week span, you know. I never played Lawbreakers. I thought it always looked kind of cool. I actually thought it did look like a fun spin on the Overwatch formula. I didn't bother my arse buying it. You know, I mean, I could see the writing on the wall. It wasn't going to last. I thought it looked all right to play. The Cliffster, you know, he had me. He had me. I never played Anthem. I was one of those people who was intrigued by Anthem, and then it came out, and the word of mouth was bad, and then there was that really tragic, pathetic, basically, people who were working on the game had leaked that we're basically pitching to EA that we're going to try and do a No Man's Sky here, and we're going to try and do an Anthem 2.0 in the same game, not a sequel. We're going to try and basically put out a patch with a bunch of content, a bunch of fixes, and we're going to try and rally the troops, and we're going to say we're going to fucking do this. We're going to bring this game back. This article might even talk about this. I don't know. And then I think Patrick Klepek broke the story that EA were like, nah. No, thank you. No. Shut yourself down, please, and never speak to me again. That was a bummer, because when that stuff started leaking out, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like the look of the fake Iron Man combat. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go if they put out a patch that like rebalances things and makes it more interesting. And then EA were like, nah, no, can't be ours paying for that, baby. 2017, the Joseph Fares year. Hang on, let me top up my beverage here. Fuck, I'm hot. When Anthem was first announced, it looked cool, but it's also one of those games where I think in the reporting surrounding its cancellation, one of the troubled development stories from that game was that trailer, the reveal trailer was bullshit. It was bullshit. Their back was against the wall. No, wait. It was bullshit, but wasn't it a case of someone asked them to make like a vertical slice concept piece for what Anthem would be, and somewhere along the way the wrong thing, either accidentally or maybe not accidentally, got passed to the key to E3 or whatever, and then somehow just kind of aired. I feel like that was Anthem. There was a game where that happened. I think it was Anthem, where they were like, all right, here's our vertical slice of what we would like Anthem to be, and then it ended up on. I'm like, oh, was that Killzone 2? It doesn't matter. Anyway. The Game Awards 2017 increased the number of trailers shown from 18 to 28. Most of the games shown this year were either already out or released within a few years, with only one major exception. In the Valley of the Gods, a game from Firewatch studio Campo Santo was released at this event with a release date of 2019. The release would never come, as in 2018, Valve would purchase Campo Santo. I do not remember this at all. First of all, I don't remember this Campo Santo game. I also didn't realize that Valve owned them. I did not realize that at all. Okay, so Valve, often lauded as the good guys in the industry, they did an Activision here. They did the Activision thing of signing people who or buying studios that make cool games and sending them off to the Call of Duty mines to fucking make maps and cosmetics. The development of the game was put on hold because the team working on Half-Life Alyx and Dota Underworlds, it remains on hold. Now, obviously, look, the Half-Life Alyx people really like that, but, you know, would have been nice if that studio could have, like, made their own game. Game Awards 2018. 2018 Game Awards may not have shown any games that were cancelled before release, but plenty of the live service games shown this year have since been shut down by their publishers. Of the 32 games, God, the number keeps going up. Of the 32 games shown this year, 3 of them are no longer playable in any form. The first of these games was, of course, Dauntless, which I already highlighted earlier in this article, so we'll brush it up for now and speak about Midwinter Entertainment's multiplayer shooter Scavengers. Brother, look, I have no recollection of this. The title would launch in May 2021, 3 years after its appearance at the Game Awards. It would later shut down in December 2022, so only about 18 months, barely a year after launch. With live service games, it feels like there's no in-between from either being shut down quickly or being the biggest game ever. The highest profile live service game from this showcase, which you can no longer play even if you wanted to, is easily BioWare's Anthem. BioWare's Anthem launched in 2019 and sold over 5 million units during its lifespan, but by almost all metrics, this game was a success. Development of the game stopped in 2021, but the servers were allowed to remain intact for several years after. Unfortunately, it wouldn't last forever, as the servers would be taken down in January 2026. While Anthem wasn't the most critically acclaimed game in the world of launch, it did have a healthy fan base of players who enjoyed it. Why should the game vanish forever? At least other publishers mentioned in this article, like Midwinter Entertainment, are small, so they're being unable to maintain their games is understandable on some level, but why can't a multi-billion-dollar company, EA, afford to keep a few servers up? Good question. Because they could save 32 cents. Yeah, critics don't matter, though, Jenda. That's the fun. It doesn't matter. It sold 5 million copies. Like that's there's a lot of critically acclaimed games that would fucking suck me off for 5 million sales. I think that term still is valid. 2019 Game Awards did not go as well as the previous year. Of the 32 game trailers, 6 of them either never released, got officially cancelled, or have had their servers shut down. I mean, I feel like there's constantly statements being put out about it. This is still coming. Still coming. It's not. No, it's still coming. Don't worry about it. By far the most infamous reveal of the 2019 showcase was The Wolf Among Us 2. The trailer and narratives around this game were about how the production was miraculously saved from the closure of Telltale Games. But now we are nearly 7 years out from this reveal and circumstances have changed. First of all, I can't believe that the reveal of this game was 7 years ago. If you had asked me, I would have said that was post-COVID. I can't believe this game was revealed pre-COVID. Because it was like 5 years of waiting for the reveal. This revival of the and of course, yeah. So it was announced post initial shutdown of Telltale, right? This revival of The Wolf Among Us 2 was initially being developed with the assistance of Ad Hoc Studio in 2023. Not only did this partnership with Ad Hoc end, but Telltale would lay off, as described by artist Jonah Huang, most of the team. While The Wolf Among Us 2 is not officially cancelled, not many are expecting news about this game, which doesn't appear to have anyone working on it to be released anytime soon. Ad Hoc would later go on to release Dispatch in 2025, giving fans the episodic narrative style expected of Telltale Games, the experience they had craved for years. Now, as for games that were shown this year and have been officially cancelled, Magic the Gathering fans got their first look at the isometric RPG Magic Legends during this event. Magic Legends would launch in early access in March of 2021. It would later be shut down less than a year later in October. Jesus Christ. While I may not know anything about Magic to make claims on whether this was a good game or not, it feels ridiculous for a game to last less than a year before before being deleted from existence. And it was in early access as well. This year's showcase had 4 different live service titles, which have since had their servers either shut down or will shut down very soon. The first of these was 9 to 5, a 3v3v3 shooter from Red Hill Games. The amount of stuff in this article, dude, I have no recollection of. This title would launch in May 2022 and not even last a single year, as the servers were closed in January 2023. Dude! A dreadful name. A fucking dreadful name. Speaking of... Now, this year's showcase a very interesting example of 2 games that were developed with the idea of players playing them online with others, but had their servers shut down, but technically have offline modes. These are Dungeons & Dragons, Dark Alliance, and Godfall. This type of multiplayer cooperative game, which can be technically played offline, reminds me a lot of trying to play White Knight Chronicles by myself in the early 2010s. While it's certainly possible, the actual experience of doing so will be met with mixed reception. Looking at the individual subreddits of both Godfall and Dungeons & Dragons, it seems that both communities are mixed on whether the game is actually worth playing these days. Although it is worth noting that while I could find plenty of Godfall players insisting the single player still has merit, I found significantly fewer Dark Alliance players saying the same thing. If I were writing this article only 2 months ago, I would be able to move on to the next year. However, in January 2026, it was announced that the MMORPG New World from Amazon, that's a big one, I remember that one, would be shutting down in January 2027, considering that Amazon was willing to not pay for a trailer at the Game Awards, but also an episode of the show Secret Level based on the game. They clearly wanted this to be a success. Dude, that is 2 episodes of that show that I'm aware of that have had their game cancelled. Secret Level was the Amazon show where it was an anthology. Every episode was about a different video game, and it was an animated episode set in that universe. And it had a Concord episode, and it had a New World episode. Yeah, I haven't heard, other than the novelty of 2 of the games from that show being cancelled, I have not heard one thing about it, positive or negative either. It does like a God of War episode, like it has some big IP attached to it. I have to imagine it can't be very good, because I feel like even if it's just 1 episode, if there was like a well-made animated God of War thing that people liked, people would be telling you about it. I have not heard a soul talk about it. Start off this recap of 2020 of games which you can't play by talking about a game that doesn't technically have a name, received only a single trailer, but is technically not cancelled. I am, of course, referring to the game which closed out the show, the new Mass Effect. Despite being one of the biggest reveals during the show, we have learned absolutely nothing about the game in the year since, dude. 6 years. 6 years since they came back and said, look, we're going to go again. And that was it. They just came back and said they were going to go again. Sad. We are 5 years and counting since the reveal of the new Mass Effect, with only a single additional teaser trailer and a few pieces of concept art having been shown since, with no true gameplay, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps not mentioning a game ever again is less bitter fate than having a game receive multiple trailers, including a gameplay trailer, have the entire world in anticipation, and then cancel the game. I'm, of course, referring to the disastrous situation around Perfect Dark, which was first announced at the 2020 Game Awards. I'm a little sore after that. I'm a little bit sore after that. Would receive several trailers at similar showcases, but will be sadly cancelled in July 2025. In addition to this, many employees at Microsoft will be laid off. This is one of the most high-profile game cancellations in recent years, and there's no justifying it from any perspective, but a greedy financial one. A lesser-known cancellation from the 2020 Game Awards comes from Square Enix, as they released a trailer for Just Cause Mobile, a game that never came out. Another one I have no recollection of. I mean, that seems like a hard game to do on phones. Lots of physics, lots of CPU-intensive stuff. The mobile game industry is just as bad a state as the console and PC market, with Square Enix in particular becoming infamous for shutting down mobile games just a short time after launch. There was one other game at the 2020 Game Awards which would have its servers shut down fast, a competitive heist game called Hood, Outlaws and Legends from the developers Sumo Newcastle. This title would launch in May 2021 and sadly would sunset its servers in 2025. 4 years, I mean, it's not great, but you know. Perfect Dark did look great, but also, without anyone coming right out and saying it, I've seen a lot of people in the know basically say that gameplay trailer was just a load of bullshit, which it kind of looked like. It kind of looked like a load of bullshit. I remember I think we watched it on stream. That not the reveal, the re-reveal from like 2 years ago where they showed a gameplay trailer, and it was super fucking cool, but you kind of watched it and went, that looks like some classic E3 bullshit. It does not. I don't think the game's going to look like that. kind of, and people have more kind of very indirectly here and there on Twitter and stuff basically said, yeah, it was just, you know. 2021 Game Awards might be one of the worst showcase events in gaming history, from tone-deaf moments like Jeff giving his brief acknowledgement to the harsh working conditions in the game industry before platforming a Quantic Dream game to events I cannot describe in a more professional term than cringe, such as Jeff saying how he loves new IPs moments before revealing Lord of the Rings Gollum. This was also the first year that the sheer amount of trailers shown during the event began to be unbearable. There were 47 trailers shown during the showcase, with the pre-show alone showcasing 14 games nearly back-to-back. How many of those 47 games aren't playable these days? Once again, we'll need to break that into categories. Starting off with games that were shown and then vanished into thin air, we have Star Wars Eclipse. Despite making a complete Jeff mockery of himself by platforming the David Cage directed game, I'm stumbling on my words here. This game has yet to receive a second trailer in the 4 years since the reveal. The only official acknowledgement of this game in the years since was by Lucasfilm's Vice President 2023, where he briefly stated that the game is still in development. The other game that vanished after this showcase was Pearl Abyss's Dokv. This game is vanishing is odder than most, as it had actually been released a long time before the Game Awards and had several trailers shown. But after the music video it received here, the company went silent on the game. And Pearl Abyss are still around, aren't they? They're the Crimson Desert people, aren't they? It is currently believed that Dokv's development has been put on hold as Pearl Abyss has needed all hands on deck with Crimson Desert's ever-growing development cycle. However, with us now being nearly 5 years out from the last trailer, it feels unlikely that we will ever see anything Dokv again. Like the previous year's show, the Game Awards 2020 also revealed a high-profile game starring a female protagonist that was cancelled in 2025. As this year, we got our first glimpse of Monolith Productions' Wonder Woman. That was also the final look we got at the game, as we never saw another trailer before getting the news in 2025 that this title was unfairly cancelled. You know, I was interested to see a AAA Wonder Woman game. But if I'm being perfectly honest, like, if I was to say, you know, what Warner Brothers IP would I like to see Monolith tackle, yeah, I mean, I can't confidently say it would have sucked, but I mean, I like Wonder Woman as a character. I don't know that I'm yearning for a game with her. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Monolith. They were a great studio. And now it's one of those things. It's almost like a BioShock situation where all the people involved in Monolith who made cool stuff, they're now in the wind doing other stuff, various indie games here or there, and you know. Wonder Woman is by far the most recognizable female superhero in existence, and yet she has yet to receive her own solo game in the nearly 5 decades that the gaming industry has existed. Because of that, the cancellation hurts more than others. Now, as for the games that were shown this year but had their servers shut down, there are actually several. The first of which was Babylon's Fall. Dude, what? I have not heard of any of these. Or no, I definitely did hear of these in real time. I have no recollection of this. A Platinum Games online fucking live service game? Square Enix and Platinum? The title was Platinum Games' first fully live service title, and it launched in March 2022. Gamers wouldn't have much time to play it, though, as Square would permanently close down the game servers less than a year later in 2023. I'm also, I don't really get the hype with Platinum. Not to kick them when they're down, but I don't really care. Another title shown at the Game Awards this year was... Too soon. Another title shown at the Game Awards this year was Rumbleverse from Iron Galaxy and Epic Games. The title's lifespan was even shorter than Babylon's Fall, as it launched in August 22 and it closed down in February 2023. I forgot it was that short. Dude, the one Rumbleverse fan here. The one Rumbleverse fan. Wonder Woman's more famous than Captain Marvel. Will you all jump out of my hole? Oh my god. What are we... What? Fucking Wonder Woman is legitimately an icon, and Captain Marvel is a fucking mid-tier MCU character. People have forgotten now. I don't even need to go into the future. Please get real. Rumbleverse was class. Rumbleverse. Shazam is more famous than Captain Marvel. All right. The original Captain Marvel, the real Captain Marvel to me. Stinking up this office a storm here. Oh, Despite all odds, there was just another live service game at the there was yet another live service game shown at the Game Awards this year that was shut down barely a year. Crossfire X would launch in February 22 and have its service closing in 2023. That was the one where Remedy developed the single player, didn't they? She's never been anywhere near Marvel heroine in what term? In terms of fame? That's what the quote is for. Fame. She's the most famous. She's the most recognizable. She dwarfs most other Marvel female heroes. Absolutely. I'm not talking about some cred in the comic book world. I'm talking about how well known they are. Please. We're kidding ourselves here. We're fucking kidding ourselves. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt launched in April 22 and will permanently shut down next month. Oh, sorry, this is obviously from a few weeks ago. April 2026. Yeah, I never played... So, one of the things about Crossfire X, so Remedy developed the single player, and I believe that is now also unplayable. I think it's not even a case of they took the servers offline for the... I don't think you can play the single player anymore, which sucks. Show people a picture of Storm and a picture of Wonder Woman, and unless it's someone 90 looking at Linda Carter, they want to... No, you're so wrong! That is so fucking wrong. That is so fucking wrong. Wonder Woman is way more well-known than fucking Storm, dude. Oh my fucking... Storm is probably the closest. What you want to do, if you want to do stop 100 people on the street and go, who's this and and put them next to each other, Storm would be your best bet to get close. I would say, I would say, if we stopped 100 people, if we did fucking family fucking fortunes, right, I would say fucking 85 people would know who Wonder Woman is. And maybe 50 would know who Storm is. Oh my god. I feel like I'm Dave Meltzer arguing on Twitter with some of you people. What the fuck are we even talking about? Ugh, my beverage is out of ice. Fuck. The Game Awards 2022 famously launched the career of Matan Evans. Like, genuinely, this kid has been unescapable ever since he did this. So you have to call that a win. In the age of Marvel movies, no, people... Wonder Woman is on fucking pennies shite. Do you know what I mean? She is on everything. Everyone knows Wonder Woman is not as famous, so don't fucking twist my words. Wonder Woman is like Superman. People who don't consume superhero media know who fucking Wonder Woman is. She is synonymous with superhero who is a woman. You're not going to like this, but Storm is known to people who consume superhero media. You know who Storm is if you read a comic or you watched the X-Men movies. There's people who probably watch the X-Men movies but aren't superhero movie people who don't remember Storm because they watched the movie 20 years ago and they forgot about it. You guys are in the fucking bubble. You guys are in the... This is like when wrestling fans are in the wrestling bubble and they think what they know about wrestling everyone knows. You guys, this is comic fan bubble shit. Storm is not more well known than Wonder Woman. You're all fucking crazy if you think that. You're all fucking crazy. Mig, Spudster, how you doing? We're getting heated. We're getting fucking heated. Jenda is misrepresenting the argument. He is misrepresenting. I'm going to defeat Jenda with facts and logic. How he's a huge fan of all her iconic stories, such as I have made zero arguments about her stories. I've made zero defenses of the films. I've made zero defenses of the justification of her getting a video game. I read the quote from this article, which said that she is like, I can't even remember what it was. She is the most famous or recognizable female superhero, and the author of this article says that she should have a game as a result. And you all started prattling on about how she's not the most famous or recognizable superhero, which is bollocks. I don't give a fuck about Wonder Woman. I don't read any of her fucking comics. This is not me defending Wonder Woman. This is me living in reality and all of you not living in reality. How about fucking that? How about fucking that? I am gotten to. I'm gotten to because I'm correct. I hate people being wrong in my presence, which I have to tolerate a lot. Ugh. And Jenda, you're proving my point. You're proving my point. This is comic bubble shit. This is I like other characters better than Wonder Woman, So I'm going to argue with the suggestion that she's the most famous superhero. She is the most famous female superhero. Most of the most popular movies of all time are dog shit. That's just life. You know, it's not a qualitative argument. It's a quantitative argument. She's the most famous female superhero. That's the argument. If you want to talk about, if you want to stroke your chin and say Hideo Kojima would write 5,000 words about how wonderful this story is on Twitter, you know, or whatever metric of greatness you have, you know, you can do that. She is the most famous female superhero. I would absolutely, Dave, this is a great idea. We will stop 100 people on the streets of Limerick and we will say, do you know who this is? And we'll hold up a picture of comic book Wonder Woman and comic book Storm. No cheating, right? No cheating and holding up a picture of fucking Gal Gadot in Death on the Nile and then a picture of Storm from the film everyone likes. 2 comic book panels. Who's this? Who's this? Dude. Storm would get obliterated. She would get fucking obliterated. All right? Okay, Catwoman's a better argument. I think Catwoman is a way better argument. I think Catwoman is a way better argument. I still think Wonder Woman clears. And it's not even hard. It's not even hard. There are people who have never laid their eyes upon a comic book, movie or book, who know what Wonder Woman is. Again, like I said earlier, not as famous because we're in real word-twisting mood there in the chat. She is to female superheroes what Superman is. If you ask someone who thinks superhero shit is the dumbest shit in the world, they've never watched a second of Marvel, they don't give a fuck about it. Name a superhero, they'll go, Superman, probably, Batman, Superman. If you name a woman superhero, they would say Wonder Woman. They would say Wonder Woman. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the most recognizable. All right? I'm not clicking that link. I don't trust you. Well, I'm reading this link. We were talking about Matan Evans, right? What did he say? What did he say? He went up there and he said, I want to thank Hillary Clinton, or whatever the fuck he said. What is this? Fine, I'll click it. If this is anything, if I get rickrolled for clicking this, you're all fucking banned. Let me fucking tell you, I'm sweating, dude. I do look like a right-wing podcaster right now. Mother of God.
Top 7 answers on the board.
Oh, God.
Any female superhero.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
We're gonna play.
Any female superhero.
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Catwoman way down there.
I'm gonna say Black
way
Widow.
down there.
Black Widow. Leave any female superhero.
The one with
Black Widow way down there. 3 losers said Black Widow on the street. 3 losers who have... The 3 people who said Black Widow, they are the type of losers who have... Hey guys, here is my recommended watching order for the MCU. Okay, a lot of people watch them in release order. No. Absolutely. I mean, I'm gonna give Jenna some credit for posting this. Because it takes a big man to post a cell phone like that. I will give you credit for that. I will give you credit for that. I think that's commendable. I'm fucking stinking, dude. Oh my God. Fuck me. Okay, we gotta get through this list. Fucking hell. Because video games take longer to make than ever, the 2022 Game Awards Showcase is the first where there were games shown that, while not cancelled, are still not out and have no firm release date. I think it would be unfair for me to talk about these games the same way I mentioned titles that vanished for a decade, like Wolf Among Us 2, but I feel I should at least make a brief mention of it. I think that's fair. 47 trailers released date is currently in limbo. Judas! The rest of the board, I gotta get through this list! Ken Levine. Okay, so Judas is the one made by actual Ken Levine. Right? So we're remembering this. However, unlike the others, it does seem that this game is vanished entirely. It's just last month, Game Informer put out a preview piece for the game. I didn't know that. No way. I don't think you can include that. Then I think fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, Replaced came out, so this article again is probably a couple of weeks out of date. Earthblade, I don't remember that one. The biggest game showing this year's Game Awards that was later cancelled was Transformers Reactivate. After a trailer that was meant to make people take guesses about what this game would even be, the developers went radio silent until the announcement that it was cancelled. What? I don't remember this at all, dude. This was only like 3 years ago. Bandai Namco's Blue Protocol. June 2023 and shut down in January 2023. Please wrap it up. Somehow, against all odds, the 2023 Game Awards is the only showcase in this list that hasn't had any games shown during it be cancelled or shut down. However, out of the 51 distinct trailers that played during the show, 17 of them have yet to be released. When around 30% of the games in your showcase don't have a firm release date for several years later, it paints a bleak picture of the industry. Listing all of them. Okay. 2023 Game Award games without a release date. Pony Island 2, Usual June. Harmonium, I don't remember any of this. Stop me if you recognize any of this shit. Kimori, Jet Set. Okay, so this was the year where Sega did the "We're back, folks." This is where Sega were like, we're bringing all the hits back. Jet Set Radio, Streets of Rage Revolution, Golden Axe, Crazy Taxi. Yeah. So those were they're big revivals of those franchises, none of which have been seen since. OD by Kojima Productions, Jurassic Park Survival, Blade, dude. Fucking Blade. Right next to the Blade movie, we've got the Blade game, dude. That's crazy. The Sega, Sega did comment on those because they cancelled the Super game recently, right? So Sega had some non-specified, they didn't get into details on it. They had some AAA game they were working on that they didn't release any details about that they recently announced was cancelled. But they said that that these other things are being worked on. So yeah, Blade will come out when the movie comes out. Last Sentinel, Den of Wolves, Exoborn, and No Rest for the Wicked. I remember No Rest for the Wicked. Game Awards games releasing in 2026. Windblown and Big Walk, fair enough. Exodus, okay. Game Awards 2024. Okay. Generative AI began to be implemented. Oh, dude, yes! Oh my god! Dude, they tried to pretend this was not an AI-generated game. They tried to pretend this was not an AI-generated game. Oh my god. Midway through the showcase, a trailer for Super Authie's Catly aired. The trailer showed no gameplay, it was just cute cats on screen until the logo appeared. Immediately, the internet began to dissect this trailer as something didn't feel right, accusing the developers of using AI to create it. Throughout the rest of December, the developers would deny various allegations ranging from AI use to NFT integration in the game, as detailed by this Eurogamer report. However, even with this denial, the internet as a whole made judgments, and the game has a reputation being made with AI now. At the time of writing this, Catly's developers still deny any use of AI or Web3 material in their game, with the Steam page for Catly currently not including an AI disclaimer. However, the developers have remained silent about the game following these controversies, with the last post about it on their social media account being in December 2024. Dude, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. No, Dave, we found a clip of actual Family Fortunes playing the game, and Wonder Woman had like 83 out of 100 people saying that she was the most recognizable, so I won that one. Just saying, I won that one. I won that one. I did not concede in any capacity on Catwoman. I said, I did not, I said you were closer while still being massively wrong. Alright, 2024 games from the Game Awards without a release date. One Move Away, Kiora. I forgot they announced Witcher 4. Witcher 4, Catly, Project Robot, Virtua Fighter, Stranger Than Heaven, Turok Origins, Dungeon and Fighter Arad, Stage Fright, Den of Wolves for a second year in a row, and the Okami sequel. Dude, I forgot they announced an Okami sequel. Holy shit. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, Splitgate 2 announced, shut down, re-released, blah blah blah. I don't think it's doing very well still. And then we get to 2025. And of course we have High Guard. Of course. Yeah. Man. Crazy. Thank you, Skeeth Rook. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you for this list. That was, folks, that was some remember when. And the answer to that was no, I do not remember any of these fucking games. Oh my god. I do not remember any of those games. Alright, they want to see the rest of the Family Feud fucking clips. Alright.
Top 7 answers on the board.
Right.
Name any female superhero.
Let's just remember what the first one was.
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Wonder Woman.
Is it up there, Steve? Give it to me, Steve.
We're gonna play.
All right. Well, Wonder Woman's number one, but like, what are other names that got said? You know, Catwoman. Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, how many people said Catwoman? Three losers said Catwoman.
I'm gonna say Black Widow.
Black Widow from the everyone. Hang on. Everyone in the chat said Marvel movies. Barry. Marvel movies. You fucking idiot. Marvel movies are the biggest thing in the fucking world. Steve, show me Black Widow. Steve, show me Black Widow. 3 more fucking losers said Black Widow. Basically, no one. Statistically insignificant. Margin of error amounts of people said Black Widow from these little fucking Marvel talkies that you all like so much. What else?
The one with Batman and Robin, that girl, Spider-Woman.
This dude fucking rocks. This dude goes, the one who hangs out with Batman. This is who you're dealing with. This is who you think Leaf the Third, my king, Leaf the Third. You all, and I'm going to take a victory lap on the term comic bubble. I said you're all in the comic bubble. And I said Wonder Woman is on Penny's / Primark if you're in the UK. Wonder Woman is on Penny's tat. She is on pencil cases. Okay? She is on mass-produced, fast fashion garbage worn by people who have never looked at a frame of a comic book film in their lives. And you're all here talking to me about the fucking woman, the woman that nobody remembers from the Avengers movie. Let's be real. Let's be fucking real about fucking Black Widow. Okay, let's be... Comic bubble. Okay? This is the average American survey participant, Leaf the Third. And he goes... The one that hangs out with Batman and Robin, Spider-Woman. I'll go one further. This guy definitely doesn't know who Spider-Woman is. I know who Spider-Woman is. You know who Spider-Woman is. He definitely said Spider-Man. Spider-Woman in his brain. All right?
Yeah.
You fucking cunts were absolutely saying in the era of Marvel movies that was a factor in Storm being advocated for. Avengers 2012 is one of the top grossing movies of all time. It is the Marvel movie when you talk about the cultural significance of Marvel movies. Don't move the goalposts on me, boys. Not yet. You don't fucking... Storm is in the MCU, brother. Storm is in the MCU. X-Men is canon in the MCU. I thought you guys knew comics. I thought you guys knew comics. I'm sorry, I thought you guys knew comics. Fox X-Men is canon to the MCU, boys. I'm sorry if you're not up on that. I am, but, you know.
Spider-Girl.
Oh, Leaf. You're right in my heart, boys.
Female superhero.
I'm gonna go with
No, I'm referring to the very much released, very much canon to the MCU, Deadpool and Wolverine. I believe one of the top grossing movies over the last 10 years. I believe that is the movie that bridges the gap between the two universes and brings them in as one. I believe that's what we're talking about.
The Bionic Woman.
The Bionic Woman.
There's other examples as well, but fuck it. Which movie had fucking Frasier dressed up as Beast in the post-credit scene? Was that Fantastic Four? There's a movie out now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that has Frasier in it, all right? And he's the Beast from the X-Men, all right?
I mean, she was one, though.
I did not say Storm appeared in them. I said X-Men was canon. Not great listening. Not great listening in the chat. You guys should have headphones on. I have headphones on so I can make sure I hear things properly on the stream. Not great listening. Not great listening. I didn't say Storm was in. You can move the goalposts all you want, but the ball won't go in. Because you've kicked it the wrong direction, boys. You've kicked it the wrong direction, boys.
She was one. You had to be old to know
A lot of Cope in the chat.
that ain't been on
Where's Christian? Because Cope is in the chat.
Ashley, 2 strikes, the other family are still. Name any female superhero.
Harley Quinn.
You pricks couldn't say Harley Quinn. Again, a better one than most of the arguments you were making. You know, still not even close to Wonder Woman. But, yeah, again, cultural cachet. Cultural cachet. No! She wouldn't have got you shit. Because Wonder Woman would still be on top. But I'm shocked Harley Quinn wasn't on the board.
Female superhero.
Batgirl.
Batgirl, okay.
Batgirl.
Okay, who is up here? I mean, they all got, like, they're all sharing 1 and 2 people. But I'm curious who they are.
7.
Dave, you're trying to get a rise out of me. You're trying to get a rise out of me. More people do not know Harley Quinn than Wonder Woman. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You are not in your fuck. Oh! Wait, how many? Wait, my big fat head's in the way.
7.
What was 2 people said Starlight. 2 people said Starlight.
Number 6.
Starlight. I mean, by the most technical of technicalities, if you're a survey doer for Family Feud, you're not going to correct the. But I'd be like, okay, that's like a parody character. Like it's technically correct. It's technically correct. Starlight is a bizarre answer, though. It is a bizarre answer. What?
That would have been good.
Wait. Oh my god.
Number 3.
Dude, fucking Starlight sucks. Fucking worst character in that show. Let's get real. Superwoman. Okay. Dude, you're gonna get Superwoman and no Storm. You're gonna get Mom and no Storm. Not a soul said Storm, dude. Not a fucking soul. Oh my god. Oh. I know who's more famous than Wonder Woman? Hecate from Hades 2. Well, she's in a game I like. I'm not in the bubble or anything. I'm not in the bubble, but I think more people play Hades 2 than like Wonder Woman. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's true. Based on my lived experience and no real world experience, I think Hecate. Yeah, absolutely. Oh god. Ending whatever Wednesday with a victory lap here. All right, but we're not ending just yet. We got more. It's too, okay. We can't end like this. We're supposed to be unified, boys. I don't want to argue. Oh, listen. Listen, that's an all-time hubris avoided moment. It's rare I get a win. That's why you have to give it to me. That's why you have to give it to me. I'm getting ready to, for my sins, suffer through Crash Bandicoot 2 for everyone. So I'm gonna cherish this win while I can have it, okay? Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. I stink to high heaven. Alrighty. Yes, and I have to say fair play to Jenna for giving me the link to that. Alrighty. We're gonna go into a little bit of overtime because I do have something I want to watch before we call it a stream, because this is the last whatever Wednesday for a little while. But as correctly predicted in the chat, I do have to pee. So we'll go for a little break and I'll be right back. Boys, I just went and peed and came back, and leaving this room and then re-entering it, it smells unholy in here, dude. It smells unholy. Oh my God. Oh. All right. Let's do one last Noel for the road. It is the last whatever Wednesday for the foreseeable future. You know, what Wed will always be back, right? You don't have to worry about that. But this is the last one for a while because starting in June, we're going back to movie night. Minecraft next week, by the way. But one last deal or no deal for the road, boys. Let's get into it. Chat, pick a number between 1 and 22. I'm going to go look over Noel's shoulder. 8. I'm going to go 8. Jenna picks 17. I pick 8. Vinny goes 9. Novelty Act goes 6. Mig going 7. All right, 8, 17, 6, 7. Wee bit more Noel. There you go. Oh, wait, you know what? I turned it down on the YouTube level. Hang on.
Crazy chair, the loneliest seat in television, and here we are.
3 goes Mitch.
In our second season, and at last we have a game to really boost.
Remember your own numbers, because I won't.
Nick played a fantastic game. I thought he was going to deal at 31,000, but he did have that little bit of extra courage, and it got him 45,000 pounds.
Yes, the last game we watched, the lad cleaned up.
Identical seal boxes. It's 22 very different sums of money, and somehow Nick managed to pick virtually all the blues before we started to eat into the reds. In that sense, a perfect game. And he did the right deal at the right time. Remember that. Here come the names.
Remember that. Play class.
About to pile into the bankers' piles of money is Lance.
Yo! Yes, boys. It's Lance. He's cackling.
You hold on to the box.
Well done, Noel. It didn't look like. I don't think the bending over was going to go well for him. I don't think the crouching. I don't think the knees. It was not looking good. It was not looking good.
Right. Okay, Lance. Jolly good. Do take your. Well, I was going to say seat, but maybe it's the throne for you.
No, that was earlier this morning.
Oh! Let's walk and go. Let's walk and go. Let's walk and go. I think you'll find I took a shit, Noel.
Now, Lance Warrington from Northleach in Gloucestershire. That's
Yes.
in the Cotswolds.
Yes.
North Leach. That's the guy who said Spider-Woman on Family Feud, I believe.
It says here, one of your previous occupations was as a novelty producer. What is that exactly?
My daughters are not going to love you for this.
No?
No, I named it Uncle George's fart machine. I never travel without it. Well, would you like to see one?
Ah, I knew you'd ask, Noel.
Of course, I told you, I never travel without it. May I borrow your book?
Yes, absolutely.
The thing is, it does require upholstery. But it's a simple thing. You just wind it up like this. And then sit on your upholstered chair. You can sit on it for hours on end.
Yes.
Until the moment is right. And then, by unnerving them slightly by raising one cheek.
Very good. Very good. That was worth all the setup. That was worth all the setup. That was worth all the setup. Yeah. No, it was. It was. Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's just this contraption you need to buy and then ride and then stick it under someone's arse when they're sitting down.
So, have you come with a very complex, heavily researched system?
No.
So is it all about intuition, luck on the day?
I think it's luck on the day. I mean, I look at it. I think your chances of getting through to the heavy money, the big numbers, are about the same as a second lieutenant's chance of survival in the trenches. I think if you get
okay,
through there,
bit heavy,
one of the
bit heavy.
lieutenants, but who knows?
Well, Lance, it's over the top now, and
Yes.
muck and bullets all the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, battle bowlers.
Yes.
Everyone.
Battle
yes.
bowlers? What are
Yes.
battle
Tin
bowlers?
hat.
I assume
battle
lads
bowlers.
still going strong.
Excuse me one moment.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves. If you...
By the way, may I introduce my family?
Don't do your own bits, lads.
I had no idea that you were going to say anything about battle bowlers, but I thought the subject of bankers and bowlers would come up.
Oh,
so
right. There we are, then.
So there we go.
So Noel just has props on standby.
No, it's
No.
not. No.
Yes.
So this is the family.
Yes? Let me start from the right-hand side. This is my youngest daughter, Florence. Lovely girl, great sense of humour. Philippa, after school, she took a gap year commission and went through Sandhurst, all the tough bit. And then
Gap
went out
year.
to
Okay,
Ulster,
rich. They are already rich.
with the logistics corps.
They're already rich.
While she was out
No,
there,
no one
she
poor
met-
ever took a gap
she
year.
met
No one,
Nicholas
no one
Sanders.
working class ever took a gap
And
year.
this
I gotta be
is
honest with you.
And they got engaged. And last but not least, my wife Sandra, the old sidecar.
I won't skip, but I just know that I want to. I do want to.
But no, bless her heart. She's a real saint.
Well, here we are. It's your game. You ready for this?
Yes, I am. Thank
I
you.
need you to confirm that you chose box 22 at random.
I'm not rewinding to hear what he called the wife. I gotta be
Sealed
real.
by the independent adjudicator who
Don't
seals
give a fuck.
all of these boxes.
You know what? It'll be in the forum thread. It'll be in the forum thread, so don't worry about it.
To discover it. Hopefully in the right order.
Right.
Lance, enjoy your game.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was the
Scout.
old song. It was, yeah. What did Noel call last week's girlfriend? He called her something very odd.
17, Otis, please.
It wasn't sort. He didn't say a right old sort, because we know what that means, but... Oh, wow! Was it a type? He called her a right little type or something. Something. He called her something like that.
Did I? Number 5, our new girl.
Oh, Jenna, that was yours?
Michaela, welcome to the game.
Welcome.
How does it feel to be Lance's new girl?
Wait. She just had a enjoy your meal, you too moment. Noel goes welcome and she goes welcome.
Did I? Number 5, our new girl.
Michaela, welcome to the game.
Welcome.
Oh, she'll be thinking about that one for a while. Oh no! Oh my fucking god! On broadcast television. Oh no!
How does it feel to be Lance's new girl?
Oh fuck! I'm about to pass out, dude. I'm about to pass out.
It's okay.
Oh, God, it's hot. I'm out of booze as well.
Barbara, number 3, please.
Good luck. I hope it's a good one for you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we're cooking.
Stephanie, my friend, my partner in crime.
Oh, I bet.
She, young man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Not the worst, but you know, you'd rather not.
Swiftly on to Rob.
One of the big man. Oh, my box. Let's go.
Good luck. Thank you.
I'd have been happy. I'd have been happy if I got it. Yeah.
Well, you sort of ouched at 10 and 15, but
Yes.
look, you've got a block of 6.
Yes.
It's not too bad.
So far, so good.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, if I got to the end and I had 10k in my box, but it was, the other option up there was 1p.
Yes.
Actually, no, if I got into that situation, I would just go for it. I would just go for it. So I would have left with 10k. Fair enough. If I didn't get a good deal, I would just go the whole
He
way.
said, talk about meeting one's match. Lance is my doppelganger.
There's a butt coming on, isn't there?
No, not yet. He's wondering if the twin thing is going to happen, where you will be able to second guess his every move.
Another win for the B-lad. There's no way it's that funny, no. There's no way it's that funny. There's no way it's that funny.
I can't say any of that, you know it.
Of course he can.
What your father got up to and his physical problems are irrelevant to this game. Gas.
Yes, oh, I think we talked about this when we started doing this. So there's a person talking to him. We always assumed it's just a producer. But there's definitely a person on the other end. He's held his mic up to the phone at various points throughout the show's history whenever the banker would be cackling or making noises. There's definitely a person there.
Yes, I can understand.
That problem.
Yes.
And his father had that problem, and there's something involving a gas fire.
This is odd. My father did too.
Yes, but saved a fortune on the central heating, etc.
Can we fucking get to a goddamn fucking offer, please? This is like me trying to read a list of cancelled video games and I start screaming about Wonder Woman for some reason.
Oh, dear me. Right. Well, good news. He's offering you £10,000.
See you.
Wee. That seems like a weirdly good offer.
Warning to this chap.
That seems almost too nice for a first offer.
Pretty good. Look at that. Yeah.
I wouldn't take it, obviously, because I don't think I'd want to be the first guy who left on the
Think
first
there is
offer, but
any possibility
pretty spicy.
You are related to the banker.
Well, I don't know. There was a meanie miner at school. He had his pockets stitched up by matron because he kept playing with
I can
his
hear
loose
the cat
change.
outside misbehaving, and I can hear my wife giggling at his
That's
antics.
what matron thought he was doing. More lavatorial humour. Yes, I wonder if it's meanie miner. It's just the sort of job he would have gone into. However, I think I'm ready for the question.
There's work to be done.
There's work to be done.
£10,000. Deal or no deal?
No deal, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Box number 6, Nev.
Oh, it's a little one.
V. Thank you, number 9.
Go on, V. 3K for novelty, yeah. Very nice. 2 months rent these days,
Matt, number
folks.
16.
You feeling good about this game, Matt?
I am.
It follows on very closely from Nick's great game.
Not
I
really.
think we are
Not
perfectly
really.
poised at this point. Yes. Is the man who invented a flatulence machine about to have the sweet smell of success? Come back after the break.
Oh, you see, okay. I thought he was going to come back and the hat would be on. Do you guys keep the mug? Do you think the Deal or No Deal mug? I would really want to keep it.
Welcome back to Lance's game. We need to find one more box, and then we get the phone call.
Matt, I think, had I earmarked you?
Yeah, definitely then.
Yeah.
Yes!
Sensational.
Yeah,
It's all right.
it's all just cumulative spit on it.
It's looking good.
The luck and or a
Second
curse
game
from all the
running
other
where
players.
We've got big numbers still in play.
Ew, this has 1p cooties on it.
Hello.
Oh, I just realized I have to finish Sly Cooper tomorrow in this fucking heat. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so
be
grumpy,
prepared to
dude.
take a
I'm gonna be
call
so
from the
fucking grumpy. If you thought I was annoyed during that Wonder Woman conversation, I'm gonna be so fucking cross. Because I've only got one world left of that game, but it's the final one, so it's probably gonna be hard. I'm gonna be so, oh man, it's so unpleasant in this room right now. Oh. It doesn't make me feel better to know people have AC. Because the funny thing is, the wife has the fan, but even I had the fan in here yesterday when I was working from home. It made no fucking difference because it's just pushing hot air around. Oh my god.
Is it Mini Major?
Mini Major.
Oh fuck, dude.
Sussed you.
I might work naked tomorrow. Again, I'm working from home. I might just work naked. I might stream naked. I might just sit here naked.
It is, isn't it? You got taken for £45,000 yesterday, and the board at this point was not as strong as Lance's game. We've got 6 in play.
I said I would drink water on this stream, and then I the day was so long, I ended up having cans, and I'm regretting it. Oh,
He says a little bit like Mimi Minor.
fuck.
After this offer, my pockets will be sewn up.
Oh, I would kill a man for 14 degrees. I would kill a man for 14 degrees, dude.
Very seriously. It's only ever good if it's spread.
Spread.
Spread around money. People who hang on to it are no good for society. On the whole.
What are we at?
It's like manure.
Best spread.
It's only 21 now. It's actually not that bad in Limerick, but again,
£25,000.
woo! Forget 21. Let's talk about 25. But it's the being in this office with all the PCs. It's fucking. Oh my god, I'm sweating, dude. It could be worse. It could be worse.
Very good offer.
What are we looking for tomorrow, boys?
Where do we go from here?
Between
I think
wait.
you have to answer
What?
the only question we have. 25,000 smackers. as
Between
you would
13
say.
and 20 tomorrow. Okay, I can do that. I can handle that.
Real Mazuma.
The Nelsons.
Yes. Folding.
£25,000.
This is be a tough one to say no to. This is a good offer. This is a good offer.
No deal.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think he's got with the top 5 still in play. He should say no deal. But that is a good offer. I have carpeting in here. Yeah.
Let's hope my luck is still with me.
You know, Vinny, I should be opening
Bill, please.
sticker packets on stream. That's good. People love that on Twitch. People love that on Twitch. Oh!
What was the last thing you said?
Let's hope my luck is still with me. And the pig round could be about to descend. Number 12, please.
Helen.
Good luck, Vance.
Yeah, like nobody cares about 5k, but when you've had a bad round, you don't want to see a red of any description, do you? It's so psychological.
Good luck.
Yeah, okay. Well. I mean, it's going down. The offer is going down. I think we're going maybe 18.
Funny old game, innit? The way it just changes like that, suddenly spins around.
Good character, Noel. Good character you're developing. Okay, I like it. I like it. New character. Hello, it's me, Noel. I think he's going 18 here. 18, 16 maybe.
He said, "We are so alike. It's the two of you. Kind, intelligent,
Generous.
devastatingly good looking." That's what he said. I'm passing the message on. And he says £12,500. He thinks he's got you. Now that one's gone.
Right.
Cutting the offer in half. I mean, look, the 250 is the big one. It's the big one.
Please no.
Cutting the offer in half is a bit much.
Deal
You'd
or
stay
no
for that.
No deal.
Yeah, you're not going to, not with all those big ones still in play. I think the banker is kind of excessively weighted the 2500, the 250 there. I think he's excessively weighted
Number
it.
one, please.
All the best.
35's gone. We've had a nibble at the top five. Another ouch.
You fucked up, Adam.
13, please, Sarah.
Sarah, we have to hold on to the 50,000, 75,000 and 100,000. Thank
Don't fuck this up, Sarah. Well done, Sarah.
you. All right. We need another blue.
Number 18, Sandra.
Number
please.
8.
Has his luck turned? Has it? The right way or the wrong way? Do come back.
Took out 5 Mexicans. Okay, but now you should open your stickers, folks. I don't really get what that joke means, but we fucking got him.
Delicately poised. That's my
Oh, it's so
assessment. The
uncomfortable in
game
this room,
is
dude.
Delicately poised.
I actually can't believe how bad it is.
Right. Number 19, Carney, please.
You ever been in a
You
nightclub
were going to
and you're
Sandra
not,
at
you're a
18.
little bit
You
drunk, but you're
changed
not
your
quite
mind,
drunk
though.
enough, and you're just
Yep.
like, oh, this is just so
It is your
unpleasant.
prerogative.
Everyone
The
in here
seal is
stinks.
still
It's
on.
so dense and
This is
sticky.
another big one.
That's what it feels like
He's
right now.
not going to clamber back up on the offers. Thank you, Carney.
Little lamps.
It is another 50,000.
This is
But not quite.
this is very much turning into a
What's a
all or
bright-
nothing game.
That was a wound bad enough to send you home.
Ah. So you weren't in the forces?
No.
But you have a interest in the forces?
Interest in military history.
Which you've been good at killing people?
Can we just stick to playing this stupid daytime game show, Noel, to be honest?
Oh, that was quick.
And, tell me while we're waiting for the banker to call. I mean, do you not think Iran should have a nuclear weapon? Just answer the question.
Yes, a fine.
Do you think Iran poses a threat to the West?
Lance Corporal.
Please just answer that.
That's fast. This is going very quickly at the key area. 9,600.
It's pretty. It's not great, but again, he had a bad round, so whatever.
Never mind. Let's go to Sandra this time.
What for? There's a formality before that.
I keep forgetting. Dodge and weave, you know.
What was the offer? Have you forgotten that?
9.5.
Yes.
Okay.
£9,600. Deal
9.6.
or no deal?
Bit of tension. What'll he say?
No deal.
Oh!
Sandra, number 18, please.
Good luck, Lance. We're going to miss you.
Thank you.
Now another red.
All or nothing. It's all or nothing. He's either going home with
Very
a
powerful
gigantic
All
one
the
or
time, please.
shag all.
Good Lance.
50p, that's better.
The
We've taken a bit
neckline
of a
on that
pasting
man,
in the
my
last
God.
couple of rounds, Lance, but it's really important we hold on to 75 and 100,000.
Sharon, number 20.
Sharon, one of the blues. Thank you.
Good luck, old boy.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't want a grand. Let's be real. You don't want a grand.
Maddie, number 20.
Concentrate.
This guy, is this his first time fucking watching this game?
We've lost you, Lance. It's the G&T calling. Do you want to put the old good luck bowler on just to focus your thinking?
Or a sniff of the tea bag. But I don't go there. I'm not superstitious.
You don't want to sniff my tea bag?
All right, lads.
You don't believe us, do you?
It's a lucky tea bag. It's worked.
Thank you. It's a lovely aromatic smell, you know. It is. Yeah. It's like
I wonder what type it is. Do you think it's just English breakfast, or is it
Lucky.
Earl Grey or some shit? Peppermint.
Hello. Now. You want a serious moment? I think you've got a very serious situation. We are going to put a massive hole in your bank account. Yes.
Bit
I'm not
overconfident,
gonna
Noel,
touch
gotta be honest.
either of them. It is my intention to wear the good luck bowler throughout the next round, and we will take 3 blues.
This sounds like a recipe for disaster. He's gonna have to keep a straight face while he obliterates the board
Okay, thank you.
because of this fucking hat.
He's offering you £17,500.
That's tough. That is tough. I think I might go on this. I think I might go.
I haven't a clue.
I think the beads have fallen off his abacus.
I mean, yeah, you've still got two of the top 3 in play,
It has got very...
but it hasn't gone well. The momentum's going in the wrong
Well,
direction.
I'm going for it.
There's a huge gap. It is. It's everything or nothing. There's no way. You know.
We could do great things here, Lance.
Maybe he could get to the final call with just the 2 big ones in play, but the odds don't seem good.
17.5
It-
is real money.
That's very tough. I might be taking that.
I wonder what the old sidecar would be saying if she were here now.
The old sidecar. There you go.
Tricky.
Can you see her there in the kitchen?
I
Bent
can.
over the Argo with the old tea towel.
I can see the
Drying the
expression
bone
now,
china.
with the lips pursing like a Labrador's bum.
Like a what? Ooh. I don't like that at all.
I really can. Do you know, I do feel lucky actually there. But I'm going to look awfully stupid in the next few minutes when the
Ugh.
lips come up. And I'm wiped out.
£17,500. Deal or no deal?
Take it.
No deal.
Oh, very brave. Very brave. He might be stupid, but very brave. He's now. You got to be confident you're getting huge money here.
Number 21, Maddie, please.
Shaking. He's a bit shaky.
Don't worry if it's a big one.
Oh. Oh. Hold. Hold.
To believe we cannot take out both of the reds.
Come on, Ashley.
Ashley, this
Come
is-
on, Ashley.
Thank
I think I did that joke last week as well. Oh. Wow, the hat is good luck. The hat is good luck. I'm sorry. There's no way it's 75 and 100. No fucking way. No
Lance,
way.
You can find that quid.
Now it's getting exciting.
If you find
Oh.
that quid, Lance, you're going to get one
Oh.
of the biggest offers we've ever had, and you could be
Prayer
one
circle,
of our
prayer circle.
greatest winners of all time. Concentrate. Find the
Okay.
pound.
Concentrate.
Find the
Yeah.
pound.
Game of skill. Game of skill.
Number 4, Mark, please.
All right. Now, this is going to produce a very interesting reaction if it's anything other than the pound.
Has to be. He's hitting 100.
Yeah.
He's hitting 100k
This
here.
will
I'm
be
certain of it.
ecstasy,
There's
and
no
you are
way
gonna
he
get
ends
a
up at the final two. I think he's hitting
life-changing
100k
sum of money
here.
to take home to your wife if this is the pound. Open it.
I don't know about Uncle George, but I'm feeling windy.
Whoa! Holy moly! Now you are obviously not dealing. Yeah, like the gap between 75 and 100 is so small. You're never dealing on that. You're never dealing on that. If he offers you 85 and you don't take it, so what? You got 75. Who cares? It's the different. It's life-changing money regardless. So for the laugh, you go the whole way, don't you? For the laugh.
Sniffing the tea bag.
The tea bag worked. The hat worked.
Now.
Smell it, I'm sitting in it.
Ooh, now this is going to be fascinating.
Meanie Miner's back on the phone.
He'd never do 90. I'd say too close to the actual big one.
Silence. Nothing said yet. Breathing.
875, I think, is a good one. I will say. I'll say 84. I'll say 84. But again, I wouldn't. Even if it was 90, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. It's all huge money, regardless. I would just.
Lance, he wants that box now. 87,000.
All right, Ring Rust. Jeez, within 500. God damn. Damn, good guess. No deal. No deal. You don't. Between 75 and 100. What's 12 grand in the difference? Who cares? It's life-changing money regardless. Just go all the way. You're not going to get to 75k and go, "Oh, I'm raging. I could have had 87." You've got 75. It's you know. This is like peak. This is like peak pricing, isn't it?
Yes.
You have an extremely charismatic presence and that voice to go with it.
12 grand worse off versus 13 grand better off. Yeah, but my point is, you've won. You've already won. So why not roll the dice on getting the Oh yeah, Russ, you're saying the same thing as me. Okay, yeah.
And so I've taken a few knocks, one of which hurt. Not so much for the...
No, you got no joy in your hearts if you're dealing at this stage. He's got the perfect game. He's got the perfect game here.
Either of those sums there would mean a lot to me.
If his boxes left were 1p and 100k, and the offer was 40,
so that they don't
right?
have to
40k.
I hope you
I would
don't
say
mind me being
take the
direct.
40k.
No, I'm just trying to sort
The
of
risk,
tune into the
and
moments when it might be
and if the
worth
box
thinking.
contains 100, you shrug your shoulders and go, okay, well, it was still. I'm still glad I got
No,
40,
no,
right?
it's
Because
serious,
you're
Bob.
mortified if you leave with a
Yes,
penny, and you could have had 40k, right? But this thing of 75, 87, or 100, it's all great. All the options are great. So you roll the dice on being able to say I went the whole way to the end and I got 100k. And if you go the whole way to the end and you only got 75k, you know, still 75k.
This configuration is incredibly rare. He's popped it just about at the middle.
He has. He knows his job.
Last week he offered the swap, didn't he?
knows his
And
job.
we think that might have been the first one.
Okay,
Remember that when you're in this chair.
Lance. £87,000. Deal or no deal?
He'll no deal.
Deal.
Oh! I mean, this could still be... I mean, listen. I agree. I would have gone the whole way, but you do get the moral victory if you deal and it's 75. If you deal and it's 75, you do get... Because, again, the people who take this game very seriously, they want to beat the banker. They want to beat the banker.
Let's find out, shall we?
Is Meanie Miner going to have...
I couldn't bring myself to deal in that situation.
know that you've got £87,000.
Jeez, it's a lot of money.
Thank you very much indeed.
And yet again, box 22 has produced big money. But how big? Have you also beaten the banker, or have you thrown away the chance to increase this huge sum of money to a magnificent 100,000? Yes.
Yeah. But again, he's walking off with 87, so like whatever. You're not like you're what are you really grumbling about? You know what I mean?
How incredibly appropriate. You said you were brought up.
Like it's almost like if you had 100 and 250 at the end, that might be harder because the deal amount, if it's right in between, that is a huge gap. Between 100 and 250, that's a big gap. That's a big gap.
Thank you.
Oh lordy!
Thank you very much indeed.
Whatever Wednesday it's been. Whatever Wednesday.
Thank you, Lance. Lance is
87k. He's going home with 87k, dude, in 2006 money.
Confident atmosphere here.
Oh lord!
£5,000
What happened first hour? We played Game Dull. We looked at the Crash Bandicoot achievements, including a missable one. That was stupid.
Tomorrow and see what happens. I think you'll be back. See you then. Bye-bye.
Then we got into that article, didn't we? I think that was pretty much it. You know, it's funny because when whatever Wednesday, when we started this version of it, I did have I had more reality TV crap I was interested in watching. This year marks the 20th anniversary of Big Brother 7 in the UK with the legendary Nikki Graham, God rest her. All right. Big Brother 6 and 7, Big Brother 6, 7. That's peak reality TV right there. I was like, we should watch some of that on stream. And I was also thinking, I was like, if I made it big and I got to go full time as my job as streaming and I had to come up with like a week's worth of content every week, I was like, I would probably go back to those peak Big Brother UK years and I'd probably do a rewatch. I would see if I could find them online, and I was like, we're watching like the best Big Brother years. We're gonna watch it every fucking week. That's what we're gonna do. Because I was like, that is some absolutely legendary trash TV. I also, for some reason, my TikTok algorithm is big on the Gordon Ramsay lately. And I can't actually believe, I feel like we have maybe watched some Gordon Ramsay? Have we maybe watched some Gordon Ramsay before? But for whatever reason, he's big back on the TikTok algo. So I was like, talked about watching. Yeah, I feel like we discussed it. So yeah, for whatever reason, I've just been in a big reality TV mindset mode. 5, 6, and 7. Let me pull up the roster on 5. Big Brother UK 5. Nadia 1. Oh, and this is another reason that was encouraging me to watch some of this. Is I guess my TikTok served me a clip of a podcast from like this year where Nadia was on it and Victor was on it. And they were talking about the infamous Fight Night. Remember Fight Night? That was front page news. In real time. So Big Brother 5 was Nadia, Jason, Daniel Bryan. What? Oh god. Shell, Stuart and Michelle, the romance that was Victor, Ahmed, Becky, Marco, Vanessa, Emma, and Kitten. I mean, was 5 also the year where they debuted basically Big Brother's evil gimmick? Following the negative reception of the boring previous series, several changes were made to the format. Big Brother became evil, resulting in a higher pressure environment for the housemates, more difficult tasks, fewer luxuries, and more twists. Big Brother 5 ultimately became most memorable and the subject of viewer complaints and press attention for a physical altercation between housemates in the early hours of day 20, which later became referred to by fans in the press as Fight Night. Yeah, they marketed it like they explicitly used the phrase in the ads, Big Brother is evil, or something along those lines. And I think it's a real turning point in the history of reality TV, because this might sound alien, but when Big Brother started, it was kind of an interesting novelty. This is a cringy term that no longer means anything, but it was like a social experiment of sorts. A bunch of random people, you throw them in a house, no outside contact, cameras on them 24/7. The dynamics that play out, they turn on each other, the friendships, the enemies, the alliances. It was all very interesting. And then this year, in response to people thinking the previous one was boring, which it was, basically was like, okay, what if, and every reality show for the rest of time just became this. This year was like, what if we were just horribly antagonistic to the people at all times? We gave them loads of booze, we cut them off on food, we were sticklers on the tasks, and we like fucked them on their shopping supplies, and we were stickler, and we wouldn't let them have their fags and stuff like that, their little luxuries, and every task was difficult, and if you didn't do it on a task, you didn't have money to shop. I mean, this was also the year where I think they woke them up with like loud screaming alarms over the house speakers. They would wake them up at like 7 a.m. because they had a live stream on E4 as well. So they're like, you have to get up and be entertained. You have to do stuff. This was the 2004, and it was, some would argue it's like this from inception, but this was the year where it was pretty much just laid bare. These people are performing monkeys. We're going to poke them and throw shit at them until they react. And of course, they fought and killed each other and called each other names and embarrassed themselves, and it all descended into chaos, but it was fucking good TV, Oh my god. Alex Sibley from BB3 is now in reform. No way. Oh, wow. So Glyn from Big Brother 6 is now a priest, I believe. I think Big Brother 6 might be my favorite. 5, 6, and 7 are the ones. Oh, yeah, so 6 had Anthony, Eugene, Makosi, Kinga, Craig, Derek, Orla, Kamal, Kieran, Science. I was like, who the fuck is that? Yeah, Science, yeah. Vanessa, Maxwell and Saskia, of course. Roberto, Sam, Leslie, and Mary, the Irish. Mary, the psychic girl, yes. Yeah, of course. So 5 had the fight night controversy. 6 had the shagging controversy. 6 had the Anthony and Makosi shagging in the hot tub. And then Makosi, my queen, absolute fucking queen, going into the diary room and asking for a pregnancy test like a day later. Like, just so funny. So fucking good. The wine antics, of course. The wine bottle. I mean, that got so many complaints. 5 and 6 were great. And then 7 was Nikki Graham, who became a genuine like presenter and did a bunch of stuff until she passed there a couple of years ago, very sadly. So 7 was Pete, Glyn. Glyn was in 7, yeah. So Glyn is now a priest, and he talks about doing Big Brother all the time as well. He seems very fond of this memory there. Pete, this is a great lineup. Pete, Glyn, Aisling, Richard, Nikki, Jenny, I don't remember her, Imogen, Susie, Mikey, Spiral, Michael, Jane was the burper, I remember her, Leah Walker, of course, Jonathan Leonard, Lisa Howe, Grace Short. Grace was like such a great British reality TV contestant, bitching about everyone, fighting with everyone. Sam Brody, Caesar, George, Bonnie, Dawn, Shabazz. I would fucking, if I could make streaming my full-time job and life, I would watch these classic Big Brother seasons. Absolutely, I would. Yeah, so 20 years since this one. This was 2006. Yeah, I mean, this was the Attitude Era. 5, 6, and 7. This was the Attitude Era of Big Brother. This was fucking essential TV because they were absolutely nailing the casting. They were getting just the right mix of people who were going to bounce off each other and attempt to murder each other, quite literally. Anyway, I've gone way late here. Whatever Wednesday has come to a conclusion, my friends. Thank you so much for watching and arguing with me. It's been great crack as always. We'll be back tomorrow in this same fucking heat to finish Sly Cooper. And then next week, my God, Summer Games Fest kicks off. Hopefully the weather breaks because I'm streaming fucking 5 out of 7 days next week. Yes, see you tomorrow for Sly. And I'll be talking to you all in the Discord in the meantime. Peace out, pals. Have a good rest of your night.